Michael had always hated cleaning, but when his grandmother passed away and left him her small countryside home, he had no choice but to face the dust, cobwebs, and years of forgotten memories. The house creaked with age. Faded photographs of family lined the hallway, and shelves were stacked with books that hadn't been touched in decades. One rainy afternoon, while clearing the attic, Michael stumbled across an old wooden trunk. Its brass hinges were rusted, and the lock barely clung on. Inside were yellowed papers, photographs, and trinkets his grandmother had kept from her youth. At the very bottom, tucked inside a cracked leather diary, Michael found a sealed envelope. It was addressed in elegant handwriting. "To Anna, my only love." Michael frowned. Anna was his grandmother's name. But this letter wasn't from his grandfather. He recognized the handwriting immediately. His heart quickened as he slid the fragile paper out. The letter read, "Dearest Anna, if you're reading this, it means I've been too much of a coward to say this to your face. I love you. I've loved you from the first day we met at the riverside. I know you were promised to another, but my heart refuses to stay silent. If you ever feel the same, meet me at the old oak tree on the hill at sunset. I will wait for you, always. James." Michael froze. James? His grandfather's name was Richard. Why had his grandmother kept this hidden all these years? The discovery haunted Michael. He couldn't focus on anything else. The letter was dated 1952, over 70 years ago. Why had his grandmother never mentioned James? Driven by curiosity, Michael visited the town's library and searched old records. In the archives, he found a name, James Carter. He had been a local farm boy, the same age as Anna back then. But there was more, an old newspaper clipping. James Carter had enlisted in the army in 1953. And then, nothing. No marriage records, no obituaries in town. It was as if he had vanished. Michael needed answers. He started asking around town, speaking to the oldest residents who still remembered that era. An elderly shopkeeper recalled that James and Anna had been inseparable as teenagers, but Anna's parents had arranged her marriage to Richard instead. James was heartbroken, the woman whispered. He left for the war soon after. Some say he never came back. Michael's chest tightened. His grandmother, the woman he thought he knew, had carried a hidden love story her entire life. But was James really gone? One evening, Michael took the letter and drove to the old oak tree on the hill. The place was quiet, overlooking the fields bathed in golden sunset light. He could almost imagine a young Anna standing there, torn between duty and love. For the first time, Michael realized how lonely his grandmother must have felt, keeping that part of her heart locked away forever. Still, something inside him whispered, the story wasn't finished yet. Weeks later, Michael tracked down more military records. His search finally led him to a retirement home in a neighboring town. Listed among the residents was a man named James Carter, aged 92. Michael's hands trembled as he dialed the number. The staff confirmed James was alive but frail. After a sleepless night, Michael drove to the home with the letter in his pocket. Inside, he was guided to a quiet room where an old man sat by the window, his eyes cloudy but alert. "Mr. Carter," Michael began softly, "I think you knew my grandmother Anna." The name lit up James's face like a lantern in the dark. His frail lips quivered. Anna Thompson." Michael nodded and handed him the letter. James's hand shook as he unfolded the paper. Tears welled in his eyes. "I wrote this. I waited for her that evening," James whispered, voice breaking. "She never came." Michael swallowed hard. She found this letter she kept it her whole life. James closed his eyes, and for a moment, he wasn't a frail old man anymore. He was the young boy who had once loved with all his heart. "She was my world, but her family, they wanted her to marry Richard. I thought she chose him over me. But her family, they wanted her to marry Richard. I thought she chose him over me." Michael felt his throat tighten. "She didn't forget you, she just couldn't choose." For a long time, James sat in silence, staring out at the fading light. Finally, he whispered, "Then my waiting wasn't in vain. She remembered me." Michael left the home with tears in his eyes, carrying both sorrow and comfort. His grandmother's forgotten love had finally been acknowledged. That night, Michael returned to the oak tree. He placed the letter in a small wooden box and buried it beneath the roots. The wind rustled through the branches, almost as if whispering a love story that had never truly ended. And in that quiet moment, Michael realized, some loves may be lost in time, but they are never truly forgotten. If this story touched your heart, Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more unforgettable love stories. Share this video with someone who believes in true love, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Love might be forgotten, but it's never truly lost.